I like this game, okay? Because both teams, it's not like there's a diamond one and a diamond one and then a bunch of like silvers. It's like golds and plats. That's it. So everybody is pretty much around that average ELO, and I think they're going to synergize a little bit better because they understand everybody's plights with the game. They know the barriers that are there. Everybody's, you know when you go up to somebody and you're just like, man, this champ's so OP, and in the back of your mind you're just like, this guy's an idiot. Everybody here is just like, no, that champ is OP. I get it.
I can honestly say I'm the same way. I think the same exact thing. Sometimes I play Dominion, and every Dominion, I'm just like, this champion is OP. I can't deal with Poppy. I can't deal with it. It's too broken. Too many walls. Too many mountains. I can't get away from Poppy.
What's the Dominion map called? The Crystal Scar.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
You don't think so? This guy, like, he's got his own, like, fan fiction about Crystal Scar and...
Featuring Jack Sparrow and Edward Scissorhands.
X-rated. Welcome to the Boneyard.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Boneyard.
That was funny because it's called the Boneyard, isn't it?
Oh, one of the stations.
Yeah, one of the capture points. That was clever. That was on point. I don't even play Dominion.
But do you know why people don't really play Dominion?
Yeah.
That people get a lot of flack for playing Dominion. I sure as hell get a lot of flack.
It's fast.
It's fun.
Yeah.
We should play sometime. Welcome to the Solo Legends Speed Dating, where we found our Dominion match. You can find your Dominion match for a measly price of 15 RP a month.
Are we starting already?
Yes.
All right.
Bans have come out. What do you think?
Pretty targeted. Gnar is a really generic ban, but Fizz, Graves, and Riven, nobody bans those champions ever. Diana, Caitlyn, nobody bans those champions ever. So banning out... Here's the thing, too. If you ban out somebody, let's say they're at, like, Plat 2, or I think that was one of the higher ranks in this game, right? Let's say you're at Plat 2, you're grinding your way through, and your one champion is, like, Graves, or your one champion's Riven. Excuse me. If you get that taken away from you in a tournament setting, it's just, you're going to be playing at, like, Gold 5. You know what I mean? You're just going to get knocked down
Probably
so
less.
many pegs.
Probably less.
Probably less.
And also that reminds me of the second inhibitor where there was a team called One Trick Pony, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Just a one trick pony.
Yeah, well that was actually a really good team. They were like Challenger Circuit. Not that team in particular, but there was a team called One Trick Pony, I swear, man. There's a lot of Californian players.
Yeah. Nevertheless, the tournament we're in is Solo Queue Legends.
Yes.
We should focus on that. But Gnar is, I don't think he's more of a targeted ban. Gnar is actually pretty contested.
Yeah.
But Thresh, insta-locked completely. I think he probably is a lot really comfortable on Thresh. So probably going to see some really good hooks from the support player on the purple team. I guess that's Team Kilo Geno.
Yeah.
And then Team Solran. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to search those teams.
We could call it Team Frosty.
Team Frosty.
And
Team MD.
And the Doctors.
And the Doctors?
Yeah.
No one is a doctor on that team, but...
MD, it's like Insomniac MD. No?
It's not ringing a bell. It's not ringing a bell.
Alright, never mind. Jesus. Okay. No, but here's the thing. Okay, I wanted to point this out. When you're in pick and ban phase, in a real tournament setting, like when you're watching LCS, the casters are talking about it, and everybody's thinking about it, about the flow of pick and ban phase. So Leona was the first choice. Joey Soros picked that one up. And then on the opposite end, they insta-lock Thresh. Now, there's two ways that you can look at it. You can say you're going to just pick all the really valuable picks as soon as possible, or you're going to wait for counter picks. If the other team picks their support already, and then you pick a support, you're looking at counter picks, but it's solo queue. Nobody has that huge of a champion pool where you can really get into counter picks. So I think choosing a way, picking the high priorities first is the good way to go. So them choosing Thresh on purple side, I think, is just the inexperience of some of the players in this kind of setting where champion select is that important.
In addition, the players on the LCS client, I'm sure that Riot gives them every single champion.
Oh,
whereas
of course.
in solo queue, I don't think. What if Modified doesn't have Thresh and he can't last big?
That's true. That's true. I guess you're right.
But I have seen that a lot of bronze and silver scrubs. When I was a silver scrub myself, in team chat, it'll just be let's counter pick, we can win, and then we throw the game.
champions that you
after
just
minute.
don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Yo, no. Azir's huge right now. We didn't ban him. Don't worry, guys. I'll play him. It's fine. You start reading his abilities.
You open up pro builds to see what latest player.
I will admit I've done that. I've been that deep where I've actually pulled that one off.
I'm sure. I feel like it's one of those things as everyone has done. It's like one of those things like you're watching Netflix and you're like in your bed eating popcorn. It's just one of those things you've done.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday night. You don't want to go out. You're just like, let me watch Netflix and eat popcorn. The same thing here. You open up pro builds and you look up the guide to a champion you've never played. Okay, got the skill order, the masteries. I think I'm good. I think I can carry this game.
Actually, I did that with Callista, and by the way, I'm gonna stand true to this. Every single time I cast, I will never play Callista ever again. And I think I said this when I was casting yesterday. Somebody mystery gifted me the Blood Moon Callista, like the best skin for that champion, and
The only skin.
is it the only skin? What are the odds? Like, legitimately, what are the odds of me getting a skin for the only champion in the game that I actually said out loud to myself? I said, I will never play this champion again.
I'm trying to think about what that champion is for me. I think that champion for me is Vi.
Really?
I just suck as Vi. Like, whenever, like, I see people do so good, have such great initiations, and one time I saw a Vi, I think in one of these tournaments as well, one of these solo queue tournaments, 0 tank items, just damage items all across the board.
Yep.
And she was 1v3, 1v4. Vi can get really huge, or
Yep.
probably in previous patches can get really, really huge. But nevertheless, there's no Vi in this game, so probably going to look to Irelia and Akali to be the huge 1v2, 1v3ers in this game.
Yep.
To take on the enemy team.
Yeah. And by the way, huge ball carry comp here with Akali and
Yes.
Leona and Wukong. More importantly, Wukong will be massive.
Sneak Kong, if you prefer. He's gonna go invisible. It doesn't work that well. I mean, it's better on Twitch or Rengar, the ball comp, but definitely still a ball comp with Wukong. Oh my god, like the blue team is just like screaming for, even with the 2 champions that they have. It's 3 champions. They have a huge team fight comp.
Yeah.
And that's Morgana mid.
Yeah. What did you just say, Morgana?
Morgana.
Yeah.
Is it more?
Potato, buddy.
Potato. I've heard Akali and Akali.
Yeah. You know what the big one was for me?
Shaco and Shaco.
I used to call him Shaco.
How did I know?
Shaco.
You know,
That's
you
what I'm
see
saying.
That picture right there on the side, that Shaco right there in between the Azir and the Maokai.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me. 'Cause
What?
That one was Shaco.
Wow.
So
Oh.
we're gonna turn it
You're
into
the twin?
Damn.
Shaco.
Good for you.
Played him song.
It's the new Shaco too. Really updated.
Yeah.
You just see on the ball. 2 minutes left of Before the actual casting begins, this is the behind-the-scenes look on Frank, Muskie, and Simo, and our friend Patrick. Tricky Love as he goes by, making sure everything's running smoothly. Well, is that the new Renekton face? That's
Yes.
really not cute.
No.
I heard the Alistar complaints as well. If you look at Alistar, he's not really looking
Yeah,
too
he
hot.
No,
Looks like
'cause-
he's had some danky nose.
All right, not even once. Okay, so yeah, he used to be squishy and like cuddly.
No?
You know, that's actually one of the funny. I always think about like just things that make me laugh in the game. Like the first time I ever played against the Gentleman Cho'Gath, the first day that skin came out, I went up against him in mid lane and I lost. It was the worst beating I ever took in mid lane. And it was because I couldn't stop laughing. Like, he was just, up you go. And, like, having never heard, like, a champion like that speak before, it was just hilarious. You expect him to be, like, roaring and growling and stuff. Anyways, back to my initial point. Alistar has some of the funniest kill animations of the game, I think. When he, like, pounds the ground, if he gets a kill off of that, I think it's the fun, or, like, the headbutt, because he just charges at somebody with his head, and then they're just, oh. Or he just, like, pounds the ground, these huge fists, and they're just, oh.
I think that's the same thing goes for Fizz when a fish kills a Yordle.
Yeah.
The Yordle disappears completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works the same way.
Yeah.
You said that you got completely wrecked by a Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
I think one of the most embarrassing mid lane fights that I've ever had. I was you know, one of those pro build days. I was trying to figure out what to play.
One of those days.
And I was up against Maokai mid, and I got shredded.
Yeah.
I got completely demolished, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think Maokai probably had good AP scaling before, like decent
he
AP
was
scaling.
huge.
Yeah.
Actually, my buddy, he's on the University of Windsor team, and he actually rolls a disgusting mid lane Maokai, like just pure AP across the board. Because like if he throws a sapling and he twisted advances you and he hits you with everything, you're just done. You're
Absolutely,
toast.
absolutely. I don't know how good he is now in the mid lane with the changes that happened to Maokai, but
Yeah.
definitely really annoying.
I'd say he's pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Solid as oak.
Yeah, he's not. That's good.
Yeah.
Rolling out the big ones.
Yeah, he's
but,
branching out into different lanes though.
Leave it to Frank to come up with the puns today.
What are you talking about?
What?
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 Puns?
Puns?
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't know I was. It's okay, I grow on you.
You guys are breaking the fourth wall. I'm not really here.
All right, so we are loading into this one, and of course, just like standard solo queue, everybody's ready to go except for that one guy
He's got a cold heart.
on both sides. That is honestly, actually, Ezreal utilizing that new wall, the broken down area there, really.
There's
Not
still,
saving too much time, but
I saw
good on him.
Leona do a little bit of a stutter step. She left the fountain, but had to go back. Not sure what she wanted to pick up there, but
Yeah. She forgot her shoes. Well, you don't want to go out and flip flops. Do you think these guys are battle ready all day?
she's gonna be walking on relic shields.
Yes,
She has no boots. She has nothing to wear.
that's true.
My friend, the first time he ever played, he actually doesn't play anymore. He only played about 5 games.
Okay.
'Cause, he went top lane Shyvana as his first game.
Yeah.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
And the Hunter's Machete looked kind of cool. It's like this curved
Yeah.
blade. So he started with Hunter's Machete
Okay,
in the
good.
top lane.
Nice.
No pro builds. He just went by the book. He just
Yeah.
went by his heart.
By his gut.
And as the game went on, we were telling him how to play Shyvana. You gotta go in. You gotta ult. Just let the wings go and fly, right?
Yep.
And he really did because he thought, hey, there's one boot, so I gotta get the other boot.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get 2 boots.
Yeah, of course.
And ever since then, even though he doesn't play League of Legends anymore, we just call him 2 Boots.
That's his nickname.
He had Merc Treads and boots of Swiftness. He had legit the 2 upgraded boots.
Yeah. I got a buddy, he does stupid stuff all the time like that, and we just call him an idiot.
I think 2 Boots is a better nickname
It
for
is,
someone.
yeah. I think it's a little bit more fitting. Good for him.
I think it's the first time I've seen a Golem start in a long time.
What?
I mean, like, every game we've seen has been Gromp, Gromp, Gromp. Finally, the Golems are getting some love to begin with. All the games that we've seen, Ballin is taking Golems to start to get that little level 2 advantage. It's the first time Wukong has been taking the Golems away from the bot lane.
All right.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not standard, but I'm just saying.
No,
that
it's good.
for
Yeah,
the-
it's
for
good.
For the rest of the tournament, I haven't seen it.
It's a good way to go. By the way, Frosty Knights in the bottom lane here doing work to this Thresh. It's actually always impressive. There's 2 things that's impressive about Tristana in lane. If she can trade really well early, because she's got one of the shorter ranges in the game.
Yeah.
To start things off, obviously her passive works that up to the longer ranges in the game later on. And if she can CS well early, because of how difficult it is to utilize your E passive and actually maximize your CS. In comes that level 2 though. Here we go.
Yellow Jano gets the hook onto Joey Soros. Not going to be doing that much, but the return damage is going to be quite painful to see. I think that's my favorite thing to see in League of Legends. It's my favorite thing. When people are running away and they can't attack. They can't do anything to turn around the tides of the fight. Looks like Frosty Knights is going to try to get a little bit of a fight going. Joey Soros, the hook does miss.
Ooh.
Leona going to be protecting her ADC. But also saying, I think it's my favorite thing to keep an eye on when people are running away and they like right now, Akali only got a Q off, but
Yeah.
Mainly bronze to gold people don't turn around at all and they can't orb walk for their life. So it's just they just run away and they're just getting all this damage. But here comes
Yeah.
Cold Hearts.
Speaking of orbs. Ball goes out, and better than you is she actually. She's running away from this one, and Cold Hearts throws out that ball. The Q goes in. Akali looking to go deep, and that is not the right way to go. Ends up going down. First blood while getting ganked. Got to feel pretty good about that one, and it turns out Aurelia actually is living up to her name.
Definitely, we're going to keep an eye on that for the rest of the game. See if she's actually better than all of them. better than her teammates, better than her friends. Frosty Knight's taking a little bit of damage there. Killer General looking for a hook or a flay. I wanted to talk about Frosty Knight's itemization. Is it good now?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good? Okay. Sorry, not itemization, skill leveling. Frosty Knight started with Rocket Jump. He might have been afraid about Thresh getting the hook or getting the flay off, so he has to escape. But what I like to see in Season 4, ADCs were known for not leveling up their E, so they can farm properly, they can't push that hard. But Frosty Knight's falling dangerously low there. Joey Saurus getting hooked by Killer Jino there. There's not going to be a lot of damage going out. Lots of damage. Thresh doing a good job keeping his ADC pressured, having the ability to farm safely. But Wukong is coming into the bot lane. Probably not going to be able to do that much, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. And MD Insomniac actually spots out Akali moving up towards that top lane. Looking to get back into lane here, though. Lee Sin actually very, very patient here. Apparently got his MD license at the School of Hard Knocks, as he is having to wait around quite a bit here. Cold Hearts, though, spots out a ward. That tower range, the vision on tower, the range on vision for the tower is actually a lot longer than its actual attack range.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I think that ward should not have been spotted, but you know, who am I? Right, please. Who am I to... But the gank does come out. The ward is not going to do that much. Is the insight going to come out? No CC onto... Oh! Very well played by Modified. Getting the ignite as well onto Orianna. Great gank from MD.
Yeah. When you're ahead as Morgana, I think that there's very few things in this game that feel as good as being ahead in mid lane as Morgana. It's not easy. I mean, throwing out... all you've really got is that Q and the W. Here we go!
The hook onto Joey Saurus. He flashes out. Going to be safe, but definitely sorry because they're both low on health. Not being able to do much. They should recall. Wukong is going to come back to the bot lane. He's going to... Last time he came in, he took a lot of damage. He walked right in and he took half HP. Half his HP went down. They're going to recall here, and that Ezreal and Thresh are going to have... Oh, that was really close. Leona taking the... Actually, Leona didn't take that damage. I don't know why Wukong's down there.
Well, he wants to cover the lane. Well, they were trying to go back. He's covering the lane. He's trying to farm up. Why are you laughing?
Never in the history of watching professional... Oh, this is not professional in any way, but
yeah.
In the history of League of Legends, I've never... Heal coming out from Frosty Knights. Ezreal picking up that kill. Here comes Wukong. He's going to try to 2v1, try to pick up the kill onto Thresh, but lots of minion damage. And he might fall to Atrial here, but Atrial's out of mana. Wukong going back in!
Nope. Oh. Not enough. King Joss, though, up in that top lane, is going to be safe in that bubble, but not safe enough. How did she have vision there? That's kind of throwing me off.
Oh, but... Oh! Really close. These games.
Wow.
These games have been wet and wild, definitely. Lots of interesting plays. What? Wet and wild is harmless. Yeah. Wet and Wild is a theme park. That's the slogan for a theme park.
Is it? Well, it's a slogan. I thought there was actually like a theme park called Wet and Wild.
I'm pretty sure Wild Water Kingdom could have a slogan like Wet and Wild. Whoa, sneaky combination there. The ult coming out. Both ults coming out.
What's so funny?
Morgana ult was modified to say the least. King Jas having a little bit of trouble in Aurelia, definitely facing somebody who's better than him.
Yeah, definitely out exchanging up in that top lane. But she's also a higher level. She's past level 6 now, whereas Akali is still on her way up there. Level 5 as a solo lane, when your bottom lane are both level 5 as well. Then never a good sign. And pretty much they're losing across the board here for blue side. Team Frosty needs to pick it up a little bit, hike up those shorts, and do work. As Modified now having modified stats, he has more mana regen off of that blue buff. And like I said, nothing feels better than being ahead as Morgana. She does not have a lot of guaranteed damage. Everything's a skill shot for her, except for her ult, of course. But even then, nothing is guaranteed. They can break the chain, they can walk out of the pool, they can dodge the Q. So being ahead feels so good. You actually get to support your team a lot more than I think most people anticipate out of a mid lane Morgana.
Absolutely, and Orianna has been showing true to that. After Morgana tries to harass with QW rather, Orianna immediately starts auto-attacking because she knows Morgana has nothing to follow up with that damage, right?
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention though is Wukong's a little bit lackluster. Ooh, beautiful play. That was almost like special, like the hook onto Joey Saurus. Damage is gonna be changed onto Frosty Knight's, not quite sure. Ult coming out from Thresh. Ooh. Atrial falling dangerously low. I don't know if the ult was dodged there. It's really close. The flash coming out. Ezreal is dangerously low. So is Joey Saurus. Oh my god, the kill picking up by Leona. Very well played. King Jas having a little bit of trouble in the top lane. Better than you is out of mana.
He goes down. Wow. A lot of good stuff. Kilogen as well in the bottom lane. Takes a beating. Soul Run. Spinning and winning all over that Thresh. Picks up that kill as well. So a lot of kills going down there all at once. And this is maybe Lee Sin's opportunity. He sees something in his near future, and it looks like it would have been Dragon, but he does decide not to attempt that, considering Sulran, or Sulran, I have no idea how to pronounce that. He was near that dragon as well, so he would have spotted that out, I'm sure.
Speaking of Sulran, from a more legitimate perspective, I really wanted to talk about his presence on the map. He's been ganking, and nothing really has been happening. His ganks have been just walk up, and then the enemy laner has walked away. It's like no flashes have been burned, no summoners. It's just, hey, how you doing? And I'm gonna go home. But that's really unfortunate for the Wukong, because you really want to make that early presence. And Lee Sin has 2 assists to his name, so here comes the solo kill. Here comes the sneaky Lee Sin, not taking the kill. Very well done, I must say. Really impressive in a solo queue tournament.
Yeah. I don't think he did that intentionally, though. He definitely went in there looking for the kill. Luckily for Morgana, though, there was a command protect that was used as Lee Sin flung himself into the battle. So, smartly enough, but Lee Sin obviously is now telling his team, you know, that's calculated. I knew I just had to break the shield. I had to break the shield so your Ignite would take that kill.
As long as he's citing his sources.
Yes.
And he's using great examples in his thesis of his essay, and when explaining to his teammates that it was calculated, everything's all said and done.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
But thankfully, Lee Sin has a safe will written up, ready to go for his teammates. He made it out. He had safety. So I said the safe will joke. But it didn't really work out. Wukong coming into the bot lane.
Oh, God.
Trying to make something happen yet again. The hook coming out from Thresh. Not sure what he wants to do with that. Probably just going to say no thanks and flay.
Yeah, this Wukong actually taking a beating. He's very squishy right now, has no defensive items for himself. And King Jas is going to try to exchange with Better Than You, and actually does turn out okay. But bottom lane, here we go.
The Wombo combo does not actually work. Orianna misses the trigger finger there. And a really great trade, or rather situation for Red Side, as 4 people went down there to see if the party was still going on, but Red Side denied that very well, getting out alive. And the Orianna ultimate did miss, as well as the Wukong ultimate didn't exactly. It was a bit lackluster.
Yeah.
But lots of damage on the King Jas. Better Than You, really showing staying true to his name. He is better than Akali in this situation, getting lots of CS. Not that much, but he has a huge kill lead as well. And Dragon gonna go out for Red Side.
Yeah, this is a smart way to go here, and this is going to be the first Dragon of the game, so having that extra attack is going to feel pretty good, especially, again, for Morgana, who, by the way, skipping that core item of that Zhonya's right away and moving right into the death cap. She goes deep. What's going on here? Modified finds herself a kill, and this is really shocking. 3-0 for this Morgana, who's going down. No, the E's not going to be enough. Still healing up with that health potion. Smart stuff, and they will probably crack this bottom turret right after Dragon.
This dive was textbook solo queue. Lee Sin missed his Q.
Yeah.
Morgana missed her Q, and Lee Sin went back. Went back in.
I'm telling you.
Solo queue legit.
He went to school at Hard Knocks University, and that's where, you know, he takes it on the chin when he needs to. He knows how to take a hit. He knows how to take at least 3 hits from that bottom tower. Clearly, we've proven that.
And 1 is not enough. 2 is not enough. He's got to go back for more. He's got to show his dominance out of all 9 players that he's up against.
It's like breaking a bottle on your head. Here we go, though. Ooh, Akali. Whoa, almost goes down to that tower shot. I thought for sure it was going to be a Romeo Juliet. But at the end of the day, it's not. Here we go. Modified pops the shield a little bit too late and takes a beating from that ultimate from Wukong. But it's not. But the kill from W. Thank you, Deathcap. Sorts Wukong into the House of Pain there as King Joss gets beat on. Nice counter with the Lee Sin.
I think Akali should have tried to keep running because Lee Sin is the direct counter to Akali because there's 2 spells that can see Akali for what she really is. But great turnaround by Modified. They even landed the Wombo combo, but I think because Oriana's a little bit behind as well as Wukong, they're not able to. The ultimate onto Joey Soros.
Ward's gotta die.
I guess you could say he really wanted the spotlight there.
Thank God the directed cam saw that.
The directed cam actually was paying attention to Frosty Knight's auto attack, but then we saw on the side there's a little bit of a solar flare in the lens cap there. But Irelia taking this turret, even though Akali is starting to get her footing in the lane, Irelia still has a strong presence in the lane, taking down that turret.
X-Tech Gunblade. And that's the thing about Akali, though, and I think this is one thing that everybody notices. Solrun, is he going to walk away with this one? This is going to be kind of tight here. He's obviously got Smite ready to go, and he does pick that one up. Kilogeno gets jumped on here, and he's going to get slowed and stunned. He's just getting the beating put on him. There's the... I don't know about that. So Joey Soros takes a Q to the face, and lots of stuff not going quite as well as he would like.
I think Thresh was trying to commit Sudoku. He was trying to get... Is this Suboko? I'm not exactly aware of the term. I'm sorry. I'm not
no, he definitely was trying to commit Sudoku because he was not paying attention. He was definitely filling all the blocks with the correct numbers. He was definitely committing crossword there. Or like tic-tac-toe or something. Seppuku is... definitely the word we're hunting for. Continue your thought.
I was gonna say,
though nobody will respect it at this point.
Then I'd rather not finish it. Questionable decision making by Thresh, to say the least.
Oh, flashes, and Akali's still gonna finish that one up. Really good stuff. Better than you. Questionable name now. Joey Soros is about to get turned into oil here as he gets dropped down into the ground.
Morgana picking up the fossil fuel from the item shop. King Jazz fought. I don't know why Lee Sin didn't continue fighting Akali as he had vision on her, but the ultimate from Sultan going to do lots of damage. Fight going in the favor of blue team, even though it kind of should have went in the favor of Lee Sin, at least picking up the kill into Akali. Really questioning a lot of the decision making. Morgana just split pushing by herself in the middle lane, and Ezreal pushing bot. Great map movement by the red team.
Yeah, I gotta say this Morgana definitely modifying my expectations of mid lane Morgana. You know, but in all seriousness, nobody expects mid lane Morganas to do well anymore.
Yeah,
seriously, like they snowball so slowly. But this one apparently knows what she's doing, and I want to take a look at the gold if you can hit that button over there for me. You just fat fingers that one and pressed a couple of buttons, but she is sitting at 6,900, so she's trying to build up towards another needlessly large rod. Meanwhile, teleport going down to that bottom lane, not actually going to accomplish anything other than saving that pink ward for another couple minutes.
You know what I would like to see more of? I feel like this doesn't really happen ever anymore, actually at all. I want to see more Thresh Lantern teleports, because it's really cool to see how you can teleport at any point. King Jazz completely demolished. Kilogeno using the Relic Shield on himself. Tristana had to ult away. Oh, W out. Great rocket jump there. Lee Sin missing the Q there. Typical solo Q. But he's going to continue to chase. He has no kick there. He missed the Q again, but the flash was burned by Tristana, which is definitely worth E for a missed Q, I would say. But Oriana trying to loop around, see if she can help her team out. Maybe create a wombo with Wukong. Their ults are definitely up. So maybe they can turn this tide around because Thresh and Lee Sin are fairly low.
Yeah, I gotta say,
looks like Wukong's the only one with his ult left. We're gonna see if he can turn around the tides of the fight by himself. He's gonna turn onto Insomniac there. He uses his challenging smite, I believe, to take down. Actually, that's not challenging smite. I think that's the the true damage smite.
Chilling
there.
smite.
Chilling smite. Removing the.
Here we go. Big fight breaking out. Morgana lands the Q. Solron right there. Morgana jumping in with the ultimate. That's going to be good night to Cold Hearts. Down she goes. Frosty Knights as well, getting jumped on by Better Than You. And for some reason, she sticks around. Tristana goes down to Aurelia there. Definitely shouldn't have went down that way. But another kill. Better Than You, not confident here against the full HP Akali. She's going to be running away here. And Akali jumps forward, lands the Q. And I'm pretty sure if you can land a Q as Akali, you can land your ult. I feel like she did that in definitely the wrong order. Though Joey-Asaurus, again, holding on for dear life here, though, with those short T-Rex-like arms. She will be very, very close to death.
Thankfully, the arms were long enough, and she did survive. It's good news for Joey. I do want to point out that I feel like everyone is just afraid of Akali generally. Even if she's behind, even if she's... Oh, at least in solo queue or lower queue.
Yeah.
Because Aurelia, I feel like, could have at least turned in some way. The Black Shield from Morgana would have helped out. Like, there's no reason why Aurelia should not have turned. Because Leona doesn't do that much damage, all in all. Even with the W, which does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just could have turned around that fight. But the times have passed. We're looking at Dragon Contestation now. 3 wards, extreme vision in that bush. They're gonna they can clearly see everything going on in that bush. Not a stealthy champion at all is gonna get past them, even though there's no stealthy champions on red side.
You should create a company that sells X-ray vision goggles and call it Extreme Vision.
Extreme vision. Hook coming out on the support, not exactly what they want. I'm not gonna be surprised if they go out of this.
That's so much damage though. Huge combo. Big Orianna into the Wukong ultimate, gets 4-man knockup. Ezreal off to the side here. Modified decides to go back. Double kill for Akali. She's just going hard here. And now she's looking, she's going to find Atrial. But big turnaround. Shutdown from Morgana with the ultimate into the blind bubble there. Better Than You. Are you really trying to turn around onto the Wukong here? Apparently she is. As Wukong trying to dodge things out here. Will get it done. Frosty Knights, though, over the wall. Needs to get in range. Level 10 range on Tristana is not that long. And Atrial still trying to find things out here. Speeds up modified. Oh, but he catches just the Mirage.
Very well played by Wukong. I didn't know if he would actually hit the W key. Maybe he would have hit the Q key by accident. But
yeah, luckily.
He got it this time.
It was a coin flip.
It was a coin flip. I think solo queue is completely a coin flip.
Yeah, it really is. Actually, Atrial gets jumped on here. This could be pretty good for blue side. No, they're just going to back off. Chilling.
I feel like there's... Oh my god. Beautiful snipe from Ezreal. They're going to continue the chase onto Orianna. They get the pickup. Iceborne Gauntlet slowing down the Leona, allowing for Lee Sin to get caught up, get a few auto attacks off. Looks like we're going for a blue Ezreal. Don't see that too often anymore.
No, though it has been kind of off and on recently. It's still a strong build. You know, mathematically, I think they've run the numbers several times, and that's how blue build became so popular, is because somebody ran the numbers and the damage difference was massive. But now they run the numbers, and blue build is actually less damage efficient. However, the utility that it brings to your kit with the CDR and the slows, it's just absurd. So still is a really good build. It just depends on what your playstyle is like and what your team comp is.
Isn't there an item, I don't remember the name, that has mana given back on attack? Essence Reaver,
yes.
Right? Yeah. Does that fall into blue build? I feel like it should. It has the lifesteal.
Some people do incorporate it. In fact, even outside of blue build, a lot of people play that or put that on Ezreal. They just think it's a good item.
I think it's decent because it keeps his mana regen up, keeps him healthy. I've seen a few times in this game Ezreal's been low on mana, and a few auto attacks here and there would have definitely helped him out, given him that ability to flash out his essence.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost too much though when you've got the Mana Moon and the Frozen Fist.
No, but I mean like on a regular Ezreal build, if he had went Trinity Force, IE, and then into Essence Reaper or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be alright. Yeah, that's not bad.
We completely didn't even notice that a middle inhib is taken for blue side.
Yeah.
It's going to give a lot of pressure for that middle lane, create a lot of objective control for red side, but they don't really have that much left to take on the map. It's really just Baron and Dragon, and I don't think Baron is on their mind right now. Baron's like one of those things in solo queue where you're just like, oh right, there's another creep there, and mainly everybody focuses on that Dragon. Fortunately not going to be up for a while, so they're just going to awkwardly enough continue to push down the middle lane, which seems to happen fairly often in solo queue.
Yeah.
Probably would have liked to see them push out the side lanes to get some more pressure onto the map, kind of stretch blue team a little thin.
Yeah. When in doubt, push mid. Though I will say, watching some of these fights and like, you know, one person gets out of position like we saw in that mid lane there, and then 3 people die. I feel like a lot of the players in these solo queue tournaments, because there is a lot of pressure. There really is. You're in a tournament. You need to do well for the people that are sitting next to you. If somebody rages, they can legitimately beat you up because they're right there, right? So there is a lot of pressure. So you want to perform. You want to do well. Ooh, speaking of performing, nice hook.
Great. I think he flashed out of the box there. Great hook, but bad follow-up by the red side team there. But the ult comes out, does a little bit more damage to Wukong. This is going to give them the pressure that they need, possibly even the dive. Morgana goes in. Zanya's coming out. She doesn't manage to land anybody. They all get out of there. Huge ultimate from Oriana. Wukong, I'm not sure where he is. He did manage to fall. Akali off to the side there. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but great pickup. That was a 2-for-1 exchange, plus a turret and Akali fairly low. It's a great fight for red side. And the minions pushing down the middle side.
Yeah, that's definitely one spot that they're going to have to be focused on here, as there are 4 characters alive in the bottom lane. Luckily, there's no Baron there buff on these guys, so those creeps are going to be pretty easy to take down as well. They don't have to worry so much about the extra damage that's going to be put out. So they will be on the back foot, however, and again, it's just a matter of one person gets caught out of position. It's like a bunch of those schoolyard kids. They're not sure what to do with their hands when they're at like recess and they're just walking around like trying to be cool, but their hands are super awkward. They just don't know what to do, and then they mess it all up. They put their hands off to like a weird side, and just, this kid's an idiot. Just like League of Legends, doesn't know where to be, gets picked off, and the rest of the team thinks so much less of them now.
I think you need to be 13 to play League of Legends.
Yeah, there should be. They have the gore or something like that, like animated gore.
And tobacco.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because Graves?
Well, they removed the cigar, but before they had tobacco references on the rating.
Wow.
Yeah.
But now they don't.
I don't think so.
Wow. I feel like Graves is probably going through withdrawals. That's why nobody plays him anymore. He just like every once in a while, what the hell's going on? He just starts like shaking in the corner.
He needs to get his fix, and
Danky
Danky
Nugs
Nugs
his gun, his hands all sweaty.
Danky Nugs is not there to give him his fix.
Yeah.
He's always stuck in the loop. King Jazz not getting his own fix either. Oh, the flash hook. Wukong can just... Oh, that was the clone as well.
They're even tricking up the casters. Wow, we see everything, and for some reason, you know, I was as confident as that Thresh was. Kilo Geno.
Nice rotation here from red side. They're gonna pick up this turret. Kilo Geno tank. Walking by. I think this.
Oh, here we go.
Great ult, but bad follow up. The relic shield execute from the death sentence from Thresh. Not really much going on. The premature box really looks like we're dealing with a bunch of kids here. But you can't get out that way better than you. But Lee Sin's gonna come join you. Great pickup from Morgana Akali, their biggest damage dealers out of the fight. Huge ult from Wukong. Irelia falls. Sorry, not Irelia. Leona falls by to Irelia. Frosty Knights not really doing that much in these fights. Not auto-attacking the right people, and he's not in the fights either.
Oh.
Great damage from the Iceborne. Great finish from Ezreal as well. I think this might be game.
Yeah, this is not looking so good for Team Frosty as they are backed up against the wall here. 37,000 to 50,000. That is one of the biggest goal deficits I've ever seen at the 28-minute mark. Absolutely ridiculous. Cold Hearts as well, getting jumped on here. MD Insomniac studied hard, and he is going to end up going down, though. Kilo Geno now duking it out with Cold Hearts. Cold Hearts actually with a double kill, but the massive Q there. Flashing forward, Joey Soros with the exhaust is actually going to be able to help defend this Nexus. This could be an opportunity for Blue Team to pick up a good win here. King Joss, he gets snared up, and Atrial will get away from this one. They take the back door to try to chase these guys down here. Modified and Atrial on the back foot, missing the Q. That's going to be massive. King Joss jumps in. Oh, Solron, though, turns around. No mana to speak of, and that's no good. Zanya's, though, is up, and this is huge. Double kill turnaround, but Tristana steps in, and that's... Oh, but a huge Q with the red buff. It's massive turnaround quadra kill from Modified. This guy is on fire right now, using everything he had, including the damage from red buff. What a wild ride this guy just took us on.
That was really impressive to see. I think it was a 3v3 there, and you might be thinking, why? What do you mean 3v3? The minions were doing an immense amount of damage, and in fact, they're the reasons why they got the kill. Oh, I mean, there's the 20 stacks as well, but the minion damage was there too. It was doing quite a bit of damage, and the surrender votes. That's gonna be GG.
That's the respect surrender. It's actually a win condition, just like when you get all the parts of Exodia and you just automatically win.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The same thing is true with Majais. If you get it 20 stacks, especially as a Morgana, you just win. So of course, blue side respecting that rule.
It's gonna be banned next game for sure. Like if any team has any sense of knowledge about how to pick and ban, they're gonna ban out Morgana. That will not happen. That will not happen again. Excuse me. 15, 0, and 9 and 20 stacks.
Yeah, that was absurd.
And the gold was really, really high for Morgana. 14.4k.
14.4 thousand. Next best was Ezreal at 12.4, the highest on the enemy team. So let's think about that again. 14.4 thousand, highest.
They're
on
the
the
same
team.
team.
No, I'm saying on the enemy team.
Yeah.
9.6. Okay.